Hi, it's Anne-Marie with Speak Confident English, and welcome to your Confident English Wednesday lesson. This week we're getting very focused on one topic related to the telephone. It can be so terrifying, nerve-wracking to speak on the telephone in another language. Even that first moment, those first words, when you answer the telephone in another language are very difficult and challenging. So that is what we are going to focus on today. There are so many topics that we could discuss related to the telephone, and I actually already have a couple of lessons on this topic. For example, important tips for communicating confidently on the telephone, or how to speak professionally on the phone at work. And I'll leave links to those lessons just below this video. But today I want to focus on something more personal for everyday use. If you have an English-speaking friend, a neighbor, a colleague, a sister-in-law, the doctor's office calls you, and those phone calls are in English, what do you say the very first moment that you pick up the phone? What do native speakers say? That is exactly what we're going to focus on, and we'll also take a look at some of the pronunciation that will help you sound more natural so that you can answer the phone and feel confident from the very first moment in English. So today we're going to look at just 4 ways of answering the phone in your everyday life in English. And these are the most common ways that native speakers use every day. The first one is really simple, so what we're going to focus on is the pronunciation. Most native speakers, when their friend, their colleague, the doctor's office, when someone calls them in English, we answer, hello, hello. It's just a simple greeting, hello. But if you notice, when I say that word, when I answer the phone, my intonation goes up at the end, just like a question. I'm not giving a greeting. What I'm really doing is saying, hello, who is this? But we simply say hello. So I want you to practice saying that, but work on the intonation at the end. Your voice should go up, hello, and imagine that you're asking the question, and that will help you have the correct intonation for when you answer the phone in that way. And that is the simplest, easiest way to answer the telephone when someone calls you. Of course, now with mobile phones, we almost always know who's calling. We don't need to ask, hello. We know who it is. We know that it's our best friend, our children's teacher, the yoga teacher at the gym, because we have their name, their picture, their phone number right on our phone. So typically we want an expression that's much more casual and friendly with the people that we know really well. We have 2 really simple, casual ways to greet someone on the phone when we know who they are and we want to be just relaxed and friendly. The first one is, hi Sue, what's up? Hi Sue, what's up? Now, what's up is a very common greeting. You've probably heard it before, and it's just a simple way for us to say hello and how's it going? What have you been up to? And I want you to listen to the words because I don't say what's up. We really combine the 2 words so the sounds between the words connect with what's up. What's up? A second example is, hey Sue, how's it going? Hey Sue, how's it going? I'm saying, how is it going? 4 words. But when I say it, we really put all of the sounds together. We connect the sounds. How's it going? How's it going? I want you to practice saying it like that because it sounds so much more natural when we combine those sounds. How's it going? So when you know who the person is, it's your friend, someone that you know very well at work, simply say, hey, and their name. What's up? How's it going? That is an extremely common way to answer the telephone in English. Now, if it's the doctor's office or the principal at your children's school, you probably don't want to use something so casual and relaxed. You don't want to use "what's up." So, the best way to answer the telephone when it's a number that you don't recognize and you're not sure who might be calling you, you can simply say, "Hello, this is Anne Marie." "Hello, this is Anne Marie." So you simply include your first name when you answer the telephone. "Hello, this is." It is an extremely polite and considerate or thoughtful way to answer the phone because you immediately let the caller know who they are talking to. And our last expression for today. There are times, of course, when you don't know who is calling, and you might answer the phone and simply say, "Hello." And the other person, the caller, will say, "May I speak to?" And then a name. For example, maybe they want to talk to you. "May I speak to Susan?" "May I speak to Joe?" "May I speak to Anne Marie?" And when we hear that on the telephone, there are two things that we can say. The first one might sound a little bit funny, a little bit strange, but we really say it. I might simply say, "This is she. This is she. This is she." I'm letting the caller know that I am the person they want to speak to. If they say, "May I speak to Anne Marie?" "This is she." Or I can also say, "This is Anne Marie." "This is Anne Marie." And that's it for really simple, common, natural ways for you to answer the phone in English, whether it's someone that you know really well and you feel comfortable with, or someone new to you, maybe someone new in your English-speaking community, or a new friend and colleague who only communicate in English. Now, if you want more on this topic, I do have some other lessons on it. Make sure that you look for those links just below this video. And as always, I do have a question for you. I want to know about your experience communicating on the phone in English. What's your biggest challenge? What are you most afraid of? What is the hardest part of speaking on the phone in English? I want to make sure that I give every opportunity to answer questions that you have or to create opportunities for you to learn something new so that you can communicate more easily and naturally in your everyday life. So share with me in the comments, what is your biggest fear or challenge about the telephone? Or maybe you have a success story. Maybe you have a moment when you communicated on the telephone, you were really nervous, and then everything went perfectly well. I want to hear about it. I would love for you to share that story. You can do all of that, ask questions, share your challenges, your fears, and your success stories with me in the comments just below this video. And with that, have a fantastic week. I'll see you next Wednesday for your Confident English Wednesday lesson.